The first thing was something I bought for my daughter, which is a toy. It's a plastic tube. This is, I call it a crankophone. This is a toy siren that is sort of post-war Japanese that kids would have on their bicycle. And then the last thing I have here is a bull roarer, which is I think quite possibly the oldest instrument known to man. They've found them on every continent. This one I got on eBay for $5. Yeah. Well, these instruments were for Hannibal, this show that I do. I'm constantly looking for new sounds, and sometimes to find new sounds you have to, find things like this rather than a music store. But I like to, between projects, to travel. Last year I went to Morocco and I bought some instruments and brought them back and incorporated them into my score. I think every film should have its own personality, and I think that the music plays a pretty big part in creating that personality. And I think you can be quite radical, With Marie Antoinette, we wanted to get across the feeling of adolescence, and to get that across with, late 1700s characters to a modern audience, it felt right to use Gang of Four and New Order and, music of that era. I think part of my job is to make the movie timeless. And I think good music will always be kind of timeless. Like, good music is good music. Technology is what really dates music. Like people like the 80s, the sort of synthesizers that were used back then, and the processing, the kinds of reverbs and stuff that you use. But if you use the good classic stuff, you mentioned Virgin Suicides, that was kind of a 70s based score. And to me, it'll always have that tone to it, but if it's good, it's timeless. I think everything I'm doing is scoring my life, because everything is all quite personal to me, and I'm sort of selfish where I only like to, do things that I think sound good and that I think sound cool. So I think when I die, pretty much all of the soundtracks that I've done would be appropriate for my funeral.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.